Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages from around the world, right? All right. Oh, hey, welcome to another edition of Western Big Six Softball here from JFE Edwards. That's the Edwards Complex in Geneseo, where we have the hosting Lady Leafs and the visiting Moline Lady Maroons. Now, I've got a new guest with me today. We got Chuck Williamson. He's probably watched more Geneseo softball than I have, so very knowledgeable. Chuck, welcome to the broadcast. What do you know about the Maroons?
Thanks, Pat. Well, you know, this is an old-time Geneseo rival, preceding the Western Big Six. We played them twice a year, every year. And it was good for Moline, I suppose, and it was very good for Geneseo because it let the team know where they stood as far as competition in the area was concerned. And over the years, I think I don't know the exact, but we've won as many as we've lost. Maybe Moline's got a few more victories, but we've acquitted ourselves very well against the Moline Maroons. Now, Moline this year is having a non-traditional year. They are currently, let's see, 8-13. So they're 5 below, which is not Moline-like. We have played them early, maybe a month and a half ago, and took care of them pretty good. So we'll see today how far we have progressed beyond that, and then also how far Moline has progressed beyond that time.
You're spot on, Chuck, when it comes to playing Moline. I would say it's been pretty close to 500. I can't guarantee that since Bob Pettit took over the program.
Yeah.
Before Pettit took over, it was definitely a one-sided affair. Moline won most of those games. In fact, that was always a goal every year, was to beat teams from the Western Big Six. Well, now we are part of the Western Big Six. But today, it's another edition of the Lady Leafs, 2026 edition. Speaking of 26, that's Kendall Wassenhove on the mound for the Lady Leafs.
Kendall's returning from being out of the lineup for a couple, maybe 3 games with a sore arm, and so let's hope she's 100% healthy and does a good job today.
Right, she's had to do a lot of the pitching. Addison Snell went down with a concussion, and it was really nice having that complement each other. You know, one lefty, one righty, one throwing more junk, if you will, and the other one throw a hard thrower. So, but when Snell went down with the concussion, Kendall's had to throw a lot of the innings, and that takes its toll, even on the softballers.
A note on that, Pat. I talked to Mr. Pettit last night, and he said that Addison will be cleared to play on Thursday.
Awesome.
So, with barring any other injuries, we should be at full strength for the rest of the season.
Awesome. That's good to hear. That's good news because playoffs just right around the corner. So, Wassenhove striking out Hayden Snelling for the first out. Foul ball. 0-1. You have Wassenhove in the circle with her battery mate is Caroline Hassan. Third base, Penny Klein. Jaylee Brudos back from her own injury. I think she returned either late last week, playing shortstop. McKenna Johnson at second. Lillian Brown at first. That's your infield, third to first. The outfield, Megan Hirschman in left. Remley Dwyer in center, and Leah Falk in right. Now, the Leafs played last night here against Morrison. We used to play them all the time. Morrison used to be a state power. Not as much recently as they were back in the mid-2000s. But Geneseo beat them 7-1. That puts Geneseo on a 1-game winning streak and a strikeout. Another strikeout for Wassenhove. That's 2 already.
It's a good start. It's a very good start.
All right. That batter was Brooke Young. Up third for the Lady Maroons. Looks like Karina Martinez. Is that number 4 on the back of her jersey? No, it's Griffith. It's what you're talking about.
Okay.
Kirsten Griffith. I know you know a little bit about her.
She leads the team in hits. They don't have a lot of home runs that they've hit already, but she's the horse.
Well,
or the filly.
The horse, yeah. She just dribbled back to Wasson Hove for an easy 1-3 put out. So 1-2-3 go to Lady Maroons in the first inning. Our score is Lady Maroons 0. Geneseo coming to bat for their first at bat. You mentioned they played earlier this year on, I believe, April 9th. So just over a month ago, Geneseo went there and won 16-3 in 5 innings.
Yeah.
Handled them pretty well. You are exactly right, though. This is not your traditional Moline softball team. They won state championships year in and year out for a while there with Mark Gerlach, and he retired about 3 years. This is probably 4 years ago, 22 was his last year. And then Bob Seitz before him.
Seitz is field's named after him. He was so successful there. He had quite a few state championships, I believe.
You bet. And then their coach now is Jordan Wages, who, when I first met her, she was Jordan De La Reyes, and she was a first baseman catcher for the Maroons back in the teens, the 2000 teens. She went to Illinois State, had an outstanding career at Illinois State. But here we go. Let's see. Moline pitcher on the mound will be Liliana Reyna. They're on the mound, I should say, in the circle. On the mound's baseball. but Geneseo, leadoff batter will be Penny Klein, the third baseman. She'll be followed by Remley Dwyer, the center fielder. Lillian Brown, the first baseman.
So here's tonight's first cliche. Penny Klein is the straw that stirs the drink for Geneseo. Many things happen when she gets on base. She's fast enough to steal, and she's smart in her base running.
The interesting thing, she's a slapper.
Yeah.
But she's hit 3 home runs, I think, in the last week or so.
Didn't know that. That's
two,
cool.
2 or 3. Well, she hit one last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
oh, yeah.
I don't know if they're of the inside the park variety, but if they're not, that's pretty impressive that you got a slapper who's still able to muscle up and take it out of the park.
The first time up, she did hit one out last night. Mm-hmm. Yep, I remember now.
Well, she got fooled on a changeup and got the bat out there early and ground ball to second baseman. That's one of the things we always talked with the hitters: swing hard. Because a soft swing turns into a ground out. Here, with only 1 strike, you swing hard and miss. Hey, you're still at bat. But first out of the inning brings up Remley Dwyer. Looks at strike 1, fastball down the middle. Yeah, I would expect Liliana Reyna, the Moline pitcher, to throw a lot of changeup, a lot of off-speed stuff. I don't think you're going to be able to overpower the Lady Leaf lineup. Fouled off, 0-2.
I agree with that. That's in most high school softball. If you've got a pitcher with a good changeup, a good disguised changeup, you've got a lot of success going for you, because it's like the major leagues. The girls learn second or third at bat that they can get their bat on any other kind of pitch. So
yeah, I
haven't seen the changeup yet, or have I?
Way back when, in 2010, is when they moved the mound back from 40 feet to 43.
Yeah.
And that's when
there we go.
Very nice single up the middle for Remley Dwyer. First base runner of the game belongs to the Lady Leafs. 1 out. Slapping hands there with Maddie Mackey, the first base coach. Over at third base is Jenny Johnson, the head coach. Along with them on the staff is Bob Pettit, and Jessie Dobbles, Amanda Frankenreiter, Hannah Verbeck. That brings up Lillian Brown, the first baseman. But yeah, once they moved that mound back, you really had to learn how to pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, because the fireballers, and don't get me wrong, the girl who can come in and throw 68, 70 is still going to be hard to hit. But you don't get a lot of those in high school softball.
It's about all you get in college anymore.
Exactly.
Because they're power pitchers, but you're right. You're right.
Foul ball makes it 1-1 on Brown, the Lady Leaf first baseman. Dwyer at first base after a nice single up the middle. But I know after beating, beating the Maroons, 10 running them, if you will, earlier in the year, you're going to want to jump up early again. Because a team like this, ball 2, team like this, the longer you let them hang around, the more confidence they get. And it's interesting how things start falling their way, the underdog's way.
Yeah. And it also seems like in those situations, a bounce goes wrong, a throw goes wrong, and then they mushroom.
Another single up the middle, off the center fielder's glove.
Going to third. Very good.
Outstanding base running by Remley Dwyer. Of course, it's one of the things we used to always work on. With a play like that, the ball in left center, that runner on first doesn't need to look at the third base coach. Check out the ball.
That's right.
Because that way you don't look at the third base coach. That slows you down. Follow the ball. And Remley saw that ball off the center fielder and just did not hesitate and took off. That's the one thing I've noticed with this team this year. Their base running is outstanding. Aggressive and outstanding.
For a play like that, Pat, you don't have to have speed. You just have to have a little bit of knowing what's going on.
That's exactly right. And that's one thing we worked on is make yourself aware of the surroundings. Lauren Picard, the Geneseo designated player, is at bat. She looks like the flex player looks like to be Hassan, ground ball third baseman.
They ought to get a run.
Oh, kind of pulled her off the foot. Oh, it pulled her off the bag, but the umpire did not see that. He is going to check with the home plate umpire. And that's nothing on that umpire. That's a hard angle he's at to see a foot pulled off the bag. And actually, it's a better angle for the home plate umpire.
Yeah, it is.
And so they're calling her out. And, and unless it's totally egregious, I can't argue with that home plate umpire either. They could be wrong, but
both of their sets of eyes are closer than we are.
Yes, correct. No question. But we do get a Lady Leafs get on the board.
That's right.
Dwyer scores from third after the throw across the diamond.
There we go.
There's a base hit. Should score a run. There she goes. Play in from the left field.
Should go to second.
Cut off.
There we go.
At second base. Once again, there you go. The outstanding base running.
Exactly.
So a single by J. Lee Brudos turns into her ended up on second base on the throw. But a bigger part of that's the RBI that scored Lillian Brown from second base. But Lillian didn't hesitate. 2 outs, she's gone, and J. Lee sees the ball. We had don't know if they ball 1 to Megan Hirschman. We don't know if they still use it, but we used to have a saying: when you round to first base, find the ball. If the ball's high, we fly.
Okay.
If the ball's low, we go slow, just to check it, so make sure it's not cut off. Well, that one was cut off, but it was kind of a looping throw to the shortstop.
I think running the bases like they do, it's good to coach them in that, but at the same time, I think the girls get a little bit of freedom out of that, and confidence, and knowing that if they go for the extra, more often than not, they're not going to get chewed.
Correct.
They're probably going to say good effort and try to get the base.
No question. It sure helps when the runners have a little bit of instinct involved as well. I mean, they got to be confident enough to run, confident enough they can make it. And if they decide instead of waiting for a coach. I mean, it just gets them there a step faster. So we got 2-1 on Hurstman. Strike 2, 2-2. 2 outs here. Leafs lead 2-0. Brudos is the runner on second base. Gonna have a full. See, look at that. That's a really aggressive lead by Jay Lee.
They threw behind her a couple seconds ago, and she got back, but
that's a full count now to Hurstman, the Lady Leaf left fielder.
oh,
And she swings through fastballs for strike 3. But Lady Leafs take the lead, scoring 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 person left on base. Geneseo Lady Leafs lead the Moline Lady Maroons 2-0 at the end of 1. We didn't introduce everybody here, I guess. On my left is our cameraman extraordinaire, Keith Kennett. To my right, we've already introduced Chuck Williamson, longtime fan, follower of the Lady Leafs, even before I got here. 20 years ago, 19 years ago. And then I'm Coach Pat Mitchell.
This is a way back machine. I first started watching the girls softball when a girl named Kelly Cavellin played third base for the Maple Leafs. She's now Kelly Van Kierbrock, and the mother of Quinn and Kellen Van Kierbrock, and the husband of Kai. But anyway, that kind of got me going, and I'm the type I like sports, and I've grown to really like the game because the girls have some enthusiasm. They're pretty lighthearted about it, and over the years they've become really good. Like for instance, the shortstops on most teams are usually one of the better players, if not the best player. And some of these girls these days can really rip it back over to first base. So in terms of comparing it to a man's sport, it doesn't compare. But in terms of how the girls go about what they do, and they're fun to watch. They're fun to watch.
Oh, most definitely. So 1-on-1 on Gianna De Leon. That's the catcher for the Lady Maroons. You're exactly right, though. A lot of differences between softball and baseball. I mean, a lot of similarities, too. Round ball, round bat, glove, catch it, run it, all that stuff. But the dimensions of the diamonds and the pitching make it a little different. But the dugout is very different.
Big time.
We've mentioned this before. The difference between the dugouts and baseball, you get what we call chirping.
Yeah.
But in softball, you get the cheering, the synchronized stuff. So it's I was always a baseball guy before I started coaching, and that was one of the biggest things I had to get used to. I figured I could learn the other nuances, but the cheering, when I saw moms bring a cheer book of all the different cheers that the girls are supposed to cheer, and I'm like, oh wow. That's pretty wild. All right, so ball 4, and De Leon walks.
I figured those cheers were learned over the summer leagues and passed around to different teams here and there.
Well, yeah. Well, that was part of it. I mean, in the summer leagues, they'd have a book and learn these, and then they'd come up with new ones when they hear from other teams.
Yeah.
So I had my favorites, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we got a courtesy runner for De Leon, the catcher. Another ball. Let's see who that might be. That looks to be... Well, first of all, we got Van Zuden up to bat, Peyton Van Zuden. And that's Martinez down at Corina Martinez down running at first base. Pickoff attempt.
Nice attempt.
Yeah. Hassan throws the ball pretty well. I think she's just a freshman.
She is a freshman. You're right.
Yep.
You're right. And I also, I could be wrong, but she batted last night, but I don't think she usually bats, but unless I'm totally mistaken.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure. I mean, we've seen her off and on.
Yeah.
Hit,
Okay,
but
maybe
not
it's an
very
off
often.
and on thing then.
Yeah. Because the other catcher is Picard, who's
Right.
DPing today. Got 3-1 on the hitter, Van Zuden. Van Zuden fouls it off, full count. Nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Lady Leafs lead 2-0. Oh, that's a great pitch.
That was a really nice pitch.
That's a great pitch. So Van Zuden caught looking for the first out of the inning. That brings up Denali Marcelino for the Lady Maroons. She's the third baseman. That's a great spot again. That's a hard pitch to hit. Swing and a miss for strike two. 0-2 on the batter.
You know, I wonder, I'm thinking about Moline's record. Is the...
Oh, that's a great pitch again.
There we go again. Oh. Do you know, Pat, if the summer participation is down? Because that's where a lot of these girls...
Right. I don't know. You know, I just don't know. It could be.
Maybe.
But, yeah, I've been kind of out of that loop, the summer loop, for a few years since my daughter finished up, and I'm just not totally sure.
Because the summer leagues were feeders to all the high school programs in the area, and that's why we've had over the years so much success in the Quad City area.
Big time. You know, I mean, think about it. You know, Alleman was good for so many years.
Yeah.
Moline was good for so many years. Rocky won a state championship, which you thought, you know, that was outstanding for them back in 2018. That's been 8 years already.
Wow.
Got 1-2 on the batter. Ball too high. 2-2. 2 outs here. Sterling, for years, was also really good.
Yeah.
But they're kind of 500. They're 13-12 right now.
Yeah.
They're right at 500. And Galesburg's always struggled. Quincy's always struggled. UT right now, Geneseo, which is 18-9-1, 8-2 in the Western Big Six. That's good for second place behind UT, who's 9-1. And strike three, swinging.
I'm wondering if the conference has a chance to catch East Moline. I'm wondering who they play next. Or
yeah, I'm not totally sure. I have to look that one up, but I do know Geneseo lost their first 2 games in the conference.
That's right.
We're 0-2, and now it went 8 in a row, including a win last week over UT. That's right. UT's only loss in the conference. So Geneseo's going to need some help. I'm not sure if Geneseo's other loss in the conference was to Alleman, so lost to UT, lost to Alleman.
Speaking of Alleman, if they still play UT, that'd be
the best chance.
Yeah. Because I don't think the others.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you look at records, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Totally agree. At the end of 1.5, Wassenhoe already has 5 strikeouts. 5 of the 6 outs have been strikeouts.
Nice.
Geneseo Lady Leafs lead 2-0. Coming up for their second at bat, they'll have Leah Falk, McKenna Johnson, and Kendall Wassenhoe, 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. But yeah, it's really interesting to see how it plays out this year, because I don't think UT has figured into the championship since we came back to the conference, or we came into the conference.
I think you're right, Pat. They're never bad.
No,
Never bad,
exactly.
But this is as good as they've been for a long time.
Right. This is a group that Coach Alonso over there has been coaching and working with since they were 8. I remember they came out here for a softball tournament one summer, and
he was involved?
I was shocked to see him in the dugout. I don't know if he's got granddaughters or what, but he's got a connection, had a connection, and now they've reached the high school level. They were pretty good back then. 1-1 to Leah Falk. Leah Falk hit a home run last night.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
I know she had a multi-homer game. It's good to see. You just wonder where she generates that power from.
No, but not bigger than a minute.
But obviously it's with the bat whip and just outstanding. Dare I say, exit velocity?
Oh, wow. Here we go.
Oh, I hate getting into those terms. Just hit the ball hard.
Yeah. Yes, that line drive is 108.4 miles per hour. Oh, there we go.
Hard. Oh, great play by the shortstop.
Good play.
Yeah, outstanding play.
Yeah, good play.
By Kirsten Griffith, the maroon shortstop, going into the hole and with a 6-3 putout on Leah Falk. Ball was hit hard, almost too hard. That does bring up McKenna Johnson.
She snagged it just right.
Yes.
Set her foot and bam.
There's a line drive single into right field by McKenna.
That ought to be 2.
Oh, goes into the gap. McKenna going for second. She slides in, safe for a double. McKenna Johnson with a 1-out double for the Lady Leafs, and so we're in scoring position again. Sure like to tack on them runs when possible. Now you got Kendall Wassenhove at the plate. Another junior. One of the things we've talked about through this year, Chuck, is there are no seniors on the Geneseo roster. So
I know. 2 freshmen are seeing a bunch of playing time.
Correct.
And I noticed, well, Pat, I shouldn't say it. I think our JV or our sophomore team's got a pretty good record also.
That they do.
I don't know exactly what it is, but
I could tell you here in a second.
They're having a good season.
I'm glad you asked.
Here we go.
Oh. Out in front of the plate. Moves Johnson to third base. Wassenhove. Little sacrifice there for Wassenhove. Johnson on third base with 2 outs.
There we go.
The slap, that's going to be a hard play. Oh, looks like she got her. Yeah,
she did.
Bang, bang play at first. And Penny Klein's out for the 3rd out. So, at the end of 2 innings of play, Geneseo Lady Leafs lead the Lady Maroons of Moline 2-0. This TB50 broadcast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Inagata DeVita Music, Geneseo Communications, Turpins of Geneseo, Buzzworks Automotive, Eric Henderson of Country Financial, Central Bank, Vandemore Funeral Home, Geneseo Current, Hammond Henry Hospital, Vorak Pharmacy, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Sweet Marie's Ice Cream and the Ugly Duckling, Farmers National Bank, Urban Farmhouse, and Black Sheep Clothier. Please thank our sponsors for their support of this TV50 broadcast. Back here at JFE on a cloudy Tuesday evening now, alongside of cameraman Keith Kennett and our color commentator Chuck Williamson. I'm Coach Pat Mitchell, where the Lady Leafs lead the Lady Maroons 2-0. And we start the 3rd inning. Kendall Wassenhove still on the mound. Caroline Hassan, a catcher.
This ought to be the bottom part of their lineup. Am I right, Pat?
I would agree. I mean,
7,
they
8,
left
9,
one runner
8,
on
9.
base, so this should be 8-9-1 coming up for them.
Okay. It's another thing about high school ball. You can in just about any sport, baseball or softball, unless you really loaded the 8-9-1 or generally don't challenge your pitcher that much, and should be counted on as outs actually.
Strike to the maroon batter, Lilman.
I noticed the ump is consistent, but he's got a pretty wide strike zone. That low ball is not always a strike in many games.
I would agree. And we've had this discussion. To me, as long as he's consistent.
Yeah.
If he calls it there all the time, I'm good with that. You're talking about the JV earlier. They are 18-3-1.
Oh boy.
I know.
That's great.
Swung on, missed for strike 3. Watson with another strikeout, giving her 6 on the day so far. And that game over there, the junior varsity, they Leafs are leading 2-0 after 2 innings.
Speaking of the JVs, last night because of injuries, we had a freshman pitcher start and win the game for us. I'm sorry, but I don't remember her name, but she did a fine job.
Would that have been Urquiza? Sophia Urquiza?
Nope, that's not the name.
That's
Pat.
not the one? All right. How about... I'll throw some names at you. You tell me when I get on the right one. How about Dykstra?
There you go.
Yep.
That's who it was.
Yep.
She did a good job.
Brenna Dykstra.
It's always good to see that pipe full. You know, because they come out with one end and you got to have some go in the other end and keep the program going. We've been fortunate for many reasons to be involved in those good records over the years. I can't remember the last time we had a really not good season. Pat, can you think of one? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, okay. So there's a fly ball out here to center field. Camping underneath it is Dwyer for the second out of the ball game. All right. The last one I really remember was 2013. At least that I was involved. There may have been one here the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I know 1 year, can't remember who we played here, Metamora, I think, but yeah, in 2013 it was nip and tuck. If you remember the name Maddie Shoemaker,
I do.
She was a freshman.
Is that how long ago that was? Holy crap! Sorry, excuse me, folks. Apologize.
She was their starting shortstop from day one.
Yeah.
She had never played shortstop before. She was always an outfielder.
Didn't know that.
And she chose to come to softball instead of going to soccer. And she was the starting shortstop for 4 years. By the end of that year, our starting third baseman was a freshman by the name of Rachel Varland.
Oh, yeah.
And so we worked really hard with that group. And
she could hit the ball.
Oh, yeah. We went through some tough times, but those girls bought into the program. And by the time they left here, they were really successful. It was a fun group to work with. But there may have been another one under 500 here a couple years ago. I just don't remember. I have to look that one up. But
well, it's always something to look. There we go.
Jaylee Brudos. Jaylee Brudos comes up with a nice little backhand of her own. Throws over to first base for the third out. So at the end of 2.5, the Geneseo Lady Leafs lead the Moline Lady Maroons 2-0. Should be Dwyer coming to bat, followed by Brown and Picard. But yeah, you're right. We've been very fortunate here. I know my time here coaching, very fortunate with a lot of wins. But you can't have those wins without great players. And you're right. The pipeline is really good. A lot of it before I started here and at the beginning when I started here, Pettit had his own summer team.
I remember that.
And a lot of those girls played for him. And then they would get some of the better competition from around the Quad Cities and go and win national championships. They won one out in Colorado one year. that kind of set the tone. But we in 2013 we only had like 2 or 3 girls on the varsity roster who played summer ball of any significance.
That.
Yep, and
I thought they were all come from the summer ball.
That's about the time that we started our or maybe it might even been the year before, 2012, not totally sure, where we started the Green Extreme program. And Coach Pettit had a granddaughter, Mary Thomas, and I had my own daughter, Bailey Mitchell.
That's right.
They're the same age, and so we started for them, and with a couple girls a little older, and there was Jane Thomas in there as well. Oh, there's a line drive single by Dwyer. Dwyer's 2 for 2 on the day. And it just blossomed from there, and it became more of a town travel team. And so trying to guarantee you'd have girls at least who had innings and at-bats and everything else, you know, coming into high school. And it's worked out very well. Bob is very involved in it. I know at one point we had, I think I counted, we had 11 different teams.
I was going to say.
Starting from 7 and 8U all the way up to 18U.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was pretty good. I'm not totally, once again, I'm not involved like I was before. I'm not totally sure where they're at now with teams. This is Lillian Brown at the plate. Dwyer on first after singling.
You know,
ball one.
Getting the girls as many games as possible is important, but when you said that most of the team was from the town, that you know, there's a lot of pluses in a situation like that also. They get here we go, drop it. Nope, never mind, didn't see it right. Anyway, that play together, get to know each other's habits.
Yes, it's huge.
Who's fast on the bases, who's not fast on the bases, lots of things like that will help you during your high school season.
That was Lillian Brown popping up, bringing out for the second out, for the first out, bringing up Lauren Picard. Yeah, that, and you get them, you try to create a team, a bonding atmosphere where they care just as much about the success of their teammate as they do their own.
Yeah.
And when you're able to get to that point, you got something special brewing. Oh, I'm hearing the sirens go off. That's not a good sound this time of day. Picard takes the ball low.
I don't know if we've said this yet, but Lauren does lead the team in home runs.
Does she?
Yeah. I can't remember how many, but she does lead the team in home runs.
Yeah, maybe next week. Speaking of which, our next broadcast game is next Tuesday versus Sterling.
A friend of ours calls them the Goldens. Am I correct?
You're spot on.
The Goldens.
The Goldens from that town up north.
Oh, he likes that town.
Oh, Picard hits
drop.
And
okay,
it does.
Great, now you ought to go to third.
Oh,
nope.
Almost.
But she didn't.
Nope, she kind of tripped around the second base. In other words, she might have.
That's an instance where the batter did not listen to the broadcaster, and it was a plus for the batter. You know?
So, Leafs have something brewing here in this bottom of the third inning, leading 2-0. You got Dwyer at second, Picard at first. Brudos is at bat. She singled her last at bat.
Is that Jay Lee?
Yes.
Yes, it is. I see it now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking. I've been watching the pitcher. She's not bad, but she's not challenging these guys that much, and so I'm thinking we ought to be able to hit her, which we have been doing.
Well, this is the time where you need to tack on runs.
Yeah.
You know, because it can be very deflating for the opponent. One out, runners on first and second. You got a 2-0 count. Good hitters count for Brudos. She looks at strike one. But yeah, that friend of ours. Oh, I know. No love lost there. And I'm sure that's been 40 years of that.
Oh, boy.
There's a hard hit ball into right field by Brudos. That should score 1 run. And there goes Picard with some good base running, going from first to third.
Okay.
Brudos doing some good base running. There's nobody at first base. And there goes, now here comes the aggressiveness. Here comes the aggressiveness
This
that might not pay off.
Hit it.
She's going to be out. She didn't reach the plate. Or she dropped the ball. Wow. She dropped the ball, so Picard is safe at the plate. And Brudos all the way around to third base.
And it's still off the base. What are you doing?
And then she's...
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. That's where the aggressiveness, kind of hinders things.
Maybe not.
Wow. So Picard's safe at the plate for the second run of the inning. Makes it 4-0. However, Brudos is out. She got off third base a little too far.
Yeah.
She did some great base running as a trail runner. And then she got a little over-aggressive there at the end. But there's 2 runs that scored on her single.
There were so many things happening, I can't remember half of them, so I'll just have to take your word for it,
Well, Picard went right from first to third, rounded third base, and got a little bit off. But that got Brudos to second, but then Picard got caught in a rundown, and she should have been out the plate, but the catcher dropped the ball. So that scored a run, and during all that mess, all that rundown, Brudos went to third, and she got caught off the plate. Hard hit ball by Megan Hurstman right at the third baseman for the third out. She throws across the diamond for the third out of the inning. So a lot of excitement, 2 runs. We did tack on runs. That's a good thing, And sometimes plays like that will kind of let you know what your limitations are during the year. But
it just goes back to what we were talking about earlier. For that play to happen, that base runner has to have the confidence that the coach, the coach is probably not going to be happy with her on the one hand, but it's not going to chew her either because the coach, by the way they're coaching, wants that aggressiveness on the bases.
You don't want to coach the aggressiveness out of them.
Heck no.
However, who knows when they get home.
That's right.
Mom being the third base coach.
That's right. Well, no dinner for you.
One thing we haven't talked about, the Leafs score almost 6 runs a game, giving up almost 4 runs a game. The Maroons at about 5.5 runs a game score, and then they give up 7.5. So, right now the Leafs have 4, so we're well on our way to the average of 6. Here at the end of 3 innings with the Lady Leafs leading 4-0.
Pat, you might know this. Is next week the last week of the regular season?
It's the last week of the conference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next week.
I was going to look at that before I came, but I didn't.
Next week is seeding week.
Okay.
I've got that down at the bottom, in my projection.
We host a regional. That's very good.
We get to host a regional. So, and that'll be, let's see, 12th, 19th, 26th. I'm not totally sure. I did not look at when the regionals are scheduled, but Wassenhoe still the Leaf pitcher. It's 2-2 on the batter.
I can't remember Moline hitting the ball very, very hard yet today.
Not yet.
Or am I wrong?
Nope, not yet. The batter's Brooke Young.
Well, it's not going to be a 16-3 game like the first game, but
no, that's okay.
But still, there's no reason to believe that we can't defeat the Maroons today. That was a nice pitch there.
Yes, off the fist.
Yeah.
Yep. Fouled away by the Moline Maroon left fielder.
How do you know? She's got a jacket on. Oh, I see.
I'm pretty sneaky up here.
Pat's got a cheater in his hand there.
I'm cheating.
That's okay.
She goes down looking for strike 3. Another strikeout for Watsonhoe, giving her 7 on the day. Yeah, I'm using this app called Game Changer, and it's phenomenal. I can be sitting watching a baseball game, the varsity baseball, and have this game on, and they'll even do the audio for you too. Strike 1.
Really?
Strike 1.
Is that like a Siri?
It is.
Or not a name, but
All right, this is Kirsten Griffith, the Moline shortstop.
There are probably people watching this broadcast that are wondering if there is, in fact, a game.
Yeah, it's
We've been rambling, baby.
I'm just making it up as we go.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier Griffith is the best hitter for the Maroons.
Yeah,
That's why she's batting 3 and up the middle. Oh, off the glove of Burgos.
that was.
That was going to be hard to throw around.
It was. You know, look at where she caught the ball.
Yeah,
Pat,
behind second base.
Yeah, that's real good movement by the shortstop.
Right. I would probably give her a hit. I'm not sure what the official score will do.
I think you're right.
Because I don't think she's going to throw her out. That wasn't a easily attainable ball. She went a long way for that. And they do. They give her a hit. So that's the first hit given up. Yep, first hit given up by Watsonhoe. Here in the top of the 4th inning, Lady Leafs leading 4-0. Foul ball straight back.
So this must be the 4th or the cleanup hitter, Pat?
De Leon, yes.
De Leon, okay.
De Leon.
Okay.
Gianna, is that what yep, Gianna De Leon.
So
The catcher.
This is Moline's meat. If they weren't, there we go.
Oh,
Out.
got her. She's out.
Yeah.
That's a great throw.
Excellent.
Great throw by Hassan. And I don't blame the runner. Griffith, once again,
No.
You know, she saw a little bobble back there and ball hit the dirt, but Hassan just came up and threw a strike to second base, and Griffith was allowed just to come and tag herself out as she was sliding in. So the second out, base hitter, the runner is deleted off the base paths. 1 and 2 to the Moline catcher. 2 outs here, top of the 4th inning. Wow, just impressed by that throw.
Oh. Too bad. That'll have to be an E there. I'm thinking.
Yeah. I think McKenna would tell you that. It's probably one she should have had.
Yeah.
Oh, ball in the field from the other diamond. All my years here, though, I never saw a ball get on the field during a play. Never saw that. I thought for sure that it happened at some point, but never happened. At least that I remember. So, De Leon on first. Here in the top of the 4th inning with 2 outs. That's probably the pinch or the courtesy runner. Looks like it is. Last time it was Karina Martinez. I'm going to assume it's the same. Foul ball straight back. 1-1 on Peyton Van Zuyden.
I'm wondering, well, I was going to say we have Geneseo likes to pitch a pitcher for 4 or 5 innings and then come in with another one, but I don't think they've got one today. So Watsonhoe might be going the whole game, huh?
We'll see. I mean, there's a good chance of that. You know, they have another game. They go to Rock Island on Thursday, 2 days away.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. Ground ball to Johnson. So it's over to first base for the 3rd out, ending the Maroons' 4th inning. So after 3.5, Geneseo Lady Leafs lead the Moline Lady Maroons 4-0. So I'm not sure when Snell is projected to return.
Well, Bob said Thursday, and I don't know
so-
if that means Thursday she can pitch, or
Yeah.
Thursday is the day they tell her, and maybe she can't pitch till Friday.
yeah,
I
sure.
don't know that.
Not sure, but yeah, it's you know, a couple years ago or even last year when Wassenhove pitched, she threw a ton of innings.
Oh, she sure did.
Yeah, I mean, out of necessity,
Yeah.
but you know, it takes a wear and tear on the arm.
Well, yeah, she's coming off a sore arm, but I don't know the extent or exactly what part of the arm was injured.
Right.
But
And at this point in the year, better safe than sorry.
yeah,
know?
oh yeah.
All right, let's see if I can find when the regionals start.
Pat, do you know, do regionals kind of rotate around the area?
They do. They do.
So we're, go ahead.
And here's the interesting thing this year. For the longest time now, back in 2010, 2012,
Yeah.
we would go what we would call north. And that's, you'd hit
Yeah.
the Sycamores and the Sterlings
Yeah.
and the Dixons and the Rochelle's. Well, after that, we continued to go south for a lot of years where we hit the Peorias, the Metamoras and the Washingtons, East Peoria,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Well,
That wasn't always the best.
this year, we're hosting a regional that feeds into LaSalle Peru sectional, that
Okay.
feeds into East Peoria super sectional.
Ooh.
Now, in our sub-sectional, in our regional, our teams Sycamore, Ottawa, Geneseo, LaSalle Peru, Sterling, Dixon, Rochelle. So it would tend to lead you to believe we're going north, but we're not. We're still heading south to the Peorias. But those teams, though, are traditionally, those other teams traditionally go north.
Okay.
Maybe with the exception of Ottawa and LP, but Sycamore, Sterling, Dixon, and Rochelle definitely go north.
Well, I don't think it sounds like a fun time either way.
No, I mean,
You just still got to beat them, whoever it is. Still
Right.
got to beat them.
this is Leah Falk, the batter for the Lady Leafs. Showing Reyna still pitching for the Maroons. But yeah, it's a lot different. Now, those 7 teams I mentioned get split into 2 regionals.
Okay.
Strikeout 3 for Leah Falk, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
Then we won't know that until next week.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep,
okay.
next Wednesday
I
is
see.
usually when those assignments come out. Now, along with us hosting the regional, so does Sterling. So then you got to, once things get seeded, then you figure out who's going where of the
Okay.
first 4 seeds. Strike 1.
You want to give a little background on those seating meetings? I hear that you sometimes have to wear gloves to those things.
This is McKenna Johnson, the batter, the Lady Leaf second baseman. Oh man! Now I didn't get to go to very many because by the time I was the head coach, it was done online.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't have to face people, you know.
Oh, I didn't know
have to do
that.
face to face. Which
Yeah.
I know Coach Pettit always liked seeing people. You tell me how good you think your team is, you know, and so I can look at you in your face and say,
I'm agreeing with that.
There's ball 3 to the Lady Leaf second baseman. Yeah, I never. You go some years, and it used to be they'd seed the whole sectional, and so you'd have all those Peoria teams in there, and you had this meeting. Oh, and ball 4. Johnson makes her way down the first base. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Brings up Kendall Wassenholt. Let's see if she sacrifices like she did last time. But yeah, it was very interesting listening to some of those, like Peoria Central, Peoria High now, and Peoria Manual
yeah.
talk about their teams. I mean, one guy one guy would say, well, last year not everybody had gloves. This year everybody at least has a glove.
Jeez.
And of course, he would be jokingly but kind of serious too, you know. And
Yeah.
but they understood. Doing it online is okay. You get used to it. There's a slap for Watson Hove to the second baseman.
A little sacrifice there.
Not a sacrifice bunt.
Think she's going for it?
Yep. Well, it wasn't a bunt. It was a slap hit.
Does it go down in the book as a sacrifice?
No.
It doesn't. Okay.
No, but she did her job. She hit the ball to the right
yeah.
side of the field and advanced the runner. Now with 2 outs, and it brings up the top of the lineup, Penny Klein. So now Johnson should be running on any type of contact, which is advantage runner offense, obviously. But sometimes those could get heated, but it forced you.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
It forced you to face the competition, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do that online. Then online, you always, you start looking at who do I not want to play, or who do I want to play, and you start building up a team. So hopefully you avoid another, and that gets kind of goofy too. And then you got the votes, but you get to see other teams' votes. Swung through. Strike 2, 1-2 on Klein. But it's interesting. But the one thing with this, either Geneseo or Sterling will have only 3 teams in their regional. So, that's through for a single. That's going to be hard to score on.
Yeah.
Yep. But should allow Klein to go to second base. It does. That was hit hard enough where Johnson didn't quite have a chance. And then on a slapper, usually you play your left fielder a little closer than normal as well.
Yes.
So Klein is at second base, leaves second and third with 2 outs. Johnson, the runner at third base. That brings up Remley Dwyer, who is 2 for 2 today. Boy, sure would like to see a third one.
Let's add to that.
Yeah,
huh?
you betcha, because that'll score a couple runs if
Yes,
she
it
does.
will.
Oh,
There you
that
go.
ball through.
That's a
There's
score.
one of the runs. And Johnson needed to get the uniform dirty. Slides head first into the plate. Leafs lead 5-0 now. Klein moves up to third base. But in that, I'd looked at the records of those 7 teams. And if you just go pure by records, Sycamore would be the 1 seed, Ottawa the 2, Geneseo the 3, LP the 4, Sterling the 5, Dixon 6, and Rochelle 7. There's a pop fly ball to center field. That's caught for the 3rd out. So Dwyer flies out for the 3rd out of the 4th inning. However, the Leafs do score another run, tack one on, and now lead the Lady Maroons 5-0. This TV50 broadcast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Inagata DeVita Music, Geneseo Communications, Turpins of Geneseo, Buzzworks Automotive, Eric Henderson of Country Financial, Central Bank, Vandemore Funeral Home, Geneseo Current, Hammond Henry Hospital, Vorak Pharmacy, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Sweet Marie's Ice Cream and the Ugly Duckling, Farmers National Bank, Urban Farmhouse, and Black Sheep Clothier. Please thank our sponsors for their support of this TV50 broadcast. Back here this evening at JFE, where we have the Geneseo Lady Leafs leading the Moline Maroons 5-0. Alongside me to my left is cameraman extraordinaire Keith Kennett. And to my right, newcomer Chuck Williamson. I'm Coach Pat Mitchell. And it's a beautiful day for softball. I mean, it's a little chill in the air, and it's not sunny, but it's still.
Well, but there's not an appreciable wind either.
Correct. That's probably the key to all that. And you look at the flags now, and they're all kind of drooping. So the lights are on. They won't take effect for a little bit yet, but the lights are on as we head into the top of the 5th.
So the lights are on, and the shortstop has sunglasses on.
Well,
I don't say that critically.
Yeah, no.
Uh-huh.
This is Denali Marcelino. Hey, Jim McMahon.
Hey, okay,
You
that's
know?
right. That's right, Jim McMahon.
Is that strike one to the batter? 2-1. I didn't see the umpire's arm. Yep, strike one. There's a foul ball back. Strike two, 2-2 to Marcelino. Wassenhove in her 5th inning of work here.
Boy, she's pitching a good game today.
Yeah, only giving up the one hit,
Yeah,
which was didn't even get out of the infield.
Uh-huh.
7 strikeouts through the first 4 innings.
I don't think
And there's strikeout
Go
number
ahead.
8.
I don't think she's even been in a challenging count yet, has she, Pat?
There's been a couple 3-ball
maybe?
counts, but yeah.
Anyway, she's being very efficient, and the Moline Maroons are not
Yeah, well, I mean,
successful.
they're struggling, but that has a lot to do with Kendall Wassenhove.
I think so. Yeah,
You know,
I think so. Yeah.
changing speeds, throwing strikes.
Mm-hmm.
You can go a long way as a pitcher doing that. One thing old pitcher for the Cardinals by the name of Bob Tewksbury.
Oh boy.
How's that? Does that ring a bell?
Yeah. Tewksberry.
That's
Tewksbury.
it. Yeah, but he always wore a T-shirt underneath his jersey that said, how'd it go? It says, change speeds, throw strikes, work fast.
There you go.
That was his motto. Look like 2-2. This is Mulliken. Hope I'm saying that right. Morgan Mulliken at the plate.
Looks like Mulliken.
Yep. Yeah, the Wassenhove is doing that for sure today. I think Tewksbury was a lefty just like Kendall. Ball 4.
Well, there you
just
go.
as we talk about it.
Yep.
The second walk of the day.
Oh, is the second one?
Mm-hmm.
We must have been talking during the first one.
She walked the catcher De Leon to lead off the second inning. So with 1 out, Maroons have a runner at first base. Brings up Peyton Lilleman, who promptly fouls off a ball off to the right side. Strike 1. I don't see any defensive changes for the Leafs at all.
Is first base the same?
Yes.
Is
Lily
it?
Brown.
Okay.
What do you think about the Leafs having all the left-handed hitters? The first 3 are lefties, and then Wassenhove is a lefty. She's batting 9 today, so you got 4 lefties in a row. Oh, there's a base hit up the middle. Nice piece of hitting by Lilleman. So the Maroons have something going here in the top of the 5th inning.
A small thing, but a nice little fundamental out of our center fielder. The ball's on the ground. She puts the knee down, the glove down, and it's not going to go through. It's
Correct.
not going to go to the fence, and they don't advance runners. That was nice.
Brings up Liliana Reyna. The
Third base or not?
Maroon. Oh, the Maroon pitcher.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. That's why it sounded familiar.
Pay attention.
Oh, calls that one a strike. 0-2 on Reyna. Go out there again with something off speed. Or you might throw your rise ball. Well,
That was a nice pitch.
yeah. Fouled away by Reyna. 0-2. Lady Leafs lead 5-0.
Okay.
Swings through for strike 3 for the second out of this top of the 5th inning. That turns the lineup over to Snelling, the leadoff batter, second baseman. She's 0 for 2 today with the strikeout. Yeah, the other thing we talk about, tacking on runs is deflating, and runs with 2 outs. That's hit hard and deep to right field.
No, off the fence.
And it's off the fence.
2 runs will score.
Off the fence for Snelling. Safe at the plate. So Snelling with a 2-out, 2-run double closes the gap. A little excitement for the Maroons.
So the announcers were praising the pitcher and jinxing the pitcher at the same time, I'm sure. So we'll stop that.
It's like Joe Buck talking about a field goal kicker.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah.
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 Well, she is the leadoff hitter. So.
Well, it wasn't, and that hit wasn't cheap. It was
wasn't
out
cheap.
there.
So 2 outs still for the Maroons. And Snelling on second base after a 2-out, 2-run double. I'm showing this batter to be Nicole Carmen.
Nice.
She is a substitute. Brooke Young had the first 2 at-bats. Carmen gets the 3rd at-bat, also playing left field. All right, can we brag about her again?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So there you go.
The poor batter was swinging all the way.
Yeah.
No matter where the ball was, she was swinging.
But that's Wassenhof's 10th strikeout. She's in double digits through 5 innings.
That is nice.
Yeah, so the Maroons put 2 on the board, cutting the Lady Leaf lead to 5-2. Going into the bottom of the 5th, Lady Leafs do up the 3, 4, and 5 hitter, Brown, Picard, and Brudos.
Well, 3, 4, 5 means that we should have a little action on the bases. That'd be nice.
Yeah, yeah. How's it go? Oh, sounds like runs, huh?
Yeah.
The Maroons play again on Thursday. They're at home versus Galesburg with a 4:30 start time. We said the Leafs go to Rock Island on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Not that it matters, but were you given a reason for tonight's game starting at 5:30 rather than 4:30?
Testing.
Oh, okay.
Testing going on for the. I'm not sure if it's Moline's testing or our testing, maybe both.
Uh-huh.
But some type of testing, whether it's ACT or PSAT, I'm not totally sure.
Well, that makes sense then.
Mm-hmm. Usually the juniors have to take those tests.
Mm-hmm.
When the last time we started at 5:30, it was busing was the issue when we played Alleman, I believe.
Okay.
But all right, so Lillian Brown, one for 2 today. Looks at ball 1. Two and 0.
We'll take a base runner any way we can get one right now.
You betcha.
And
especially the leadoff.
Yeah, try to start some things going.
That's going to be a tough play for that shortstop. She's safe at first.
Nice play, though.
It was an outstanding play by her. She's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
but that one was just far enough in the hole.
Yeah. And then off balance, 1 hop, and she still got it right there where it's supposed to be. So that's
Correct.
good. That's good.
But Brown credited with a single. Makes her 2 for 3 today. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Picard, the Lady Leaf designated player, For you baseball people out there, that's the same as designated hitter. Kind of.
Except they can do
Oh,
more funny things with it in
A
softball.
lot more.
Yeah. She was on that pitch pretty good. She ought to be able to, oops. She should be able to strike one here.
Yeah, 1-1. She had the bloop single here, I believe, for her one hit, an RBI.
Okay.
She's also scored a run. Pick off attempt at first base. Safe. That pitch is called a strike, 1-2. Picard was involved in the double rundown. The rundown at between third and home, and then followed by a rundown between third and home with the next runner.
Yep.
There's ball 2, 2-2.
I always wondered if those high pitches like that, is that supposed to be a rise ball?
Yes, I
kind of wonder about that.
I call it that. You're not totally sure if it is, but for the most part, I call it a rise ball.
Okay.
Got a pop-up foul to the first baseman. Picard out. On the pop fly, leaves Brown at first base.
Jay Lee.
I believe you're correct. Brings up Jay Lee Brudos.
Nice hitter. She's a good hitter.
Yeah. Gonna take a look, see how our JVs are doing. JV leads 3-0 at the end of 5.
Okay.
It's 3-0 at the end of 5. They lost to that Moline team 12-7.
Oh.
Back on April 9th.
Oh.
So that's a big turnaround there. Hope they can keep that going. It says Brudos. That ball's a little outside.
Well, you just got to put a ball in play here.
Yeah, Brudos is calls that a strike.
Oh, okay.
1-2. Brudos 2 for 2 today with 3 RBIs. Should like to see her extend that. You know, coming back from injury, you know, she hurt a wrist, broke a wrist, and you know sometimes the bat just doesn't feel right. But she's just now getting back into form. Uh-oh. Ground ball up the middle, the shortstop over.
That is right.
Shortstop Kirsten Griffith fields the ground ball, steps on second, throws to first for a 5-3 double play, or excuse me, a 6-3 double play, ending the Leafs' 5th inning. So at the end of 5, Lady Leafs lead the Lady Maroons 5-2.
So a few innings back, the guest announcer was putting this one in the win column, wasn't he? Had that in the win column, all set to go. Well.
That's why this is a great game.
That's right.
It really is.
That's right. That's right.
I watched my son's team losing 16-10. This is junior college. First 2 batters out in the last inning, and then proceed to score 7 runs and win 17-16. So
there you go.
You never.
That's right.
You keep playing. That's what do they say? The best thing about this game is there's no clock.
Yeah.
Well, one of the best things.
And back before political correctness, you used to be able to say it ain't over till the fat lady sings. But I guess you can't do that anymore. Well, maybe you can.
What was Don Meredith's Monday Night Football call?
Okay.
What was that one? Do you remember?
But I don't.
Okay, well, maybe we'll save it.
The party's over. The party's over.
Turn out the lights.
Turn out the lights. The party's over.
Yeah, but we'll save that one.
We could ask one of our fans to call in and give us a correct answer, but we don't have a phone connected, so forget about it.
I cheat a little bit during football because I have some people have my phone number, and they'll text me during games.
Well,
Yeah,
for
this is a little
scores and
different.
stuff,
Yeah, they'll give me scores.
that's what I remember you doing.
Yeah, they'll give me scores.
Yeah.
Or if it's hard for Coach Derricks and I to see a play, they'll give me a name and stuff. So, because we don't always have the replay up there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a nice pitch. Strike 3 looking. Another strikeout for Watson Hove. That makes 11.
Holy cow. That was a
11
good
on
night.
the day. Here in the top of the 6th inning. That one, in fact, that was the shortstop.
Then that's an extra special strikeout.
You
yeah.
betcha. Because this is the
Another ball in.
this is Gianna De Leon, the catcher for the Maroons. Yeah, that's happened quite a bit today
Yeah.
already. Here comes, that one caught the netting. Oh,
That is
was a
trouble.
fly
Oh, no,
ball.
they might catch that. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, a little too much arc to it. I can't see it.
Didn't
You
get
got
as
a better
far.
angle on that than me.
Didn't get as far as we thought.
No, but Leah Falk squeezes it. I'm assuming it was Leah,
Yeah.
the right fielder. Yeah, squeezes it.
No.
Out number 2, the center fielder, Dwyer.
Yep. I'm sorry. It was Dwyer.
Right. If I could have Keith move the camera, during fly balls to right, I'd be more accurate, but can't do that.
Uh-oh. Bring that one
This
up.
is Van Zuden. Peyton Van Zuden for the Maroons. Looks at ball 1. Boy, sure nice if she get this out and get out here 1, 2, 3. Save some wear and tear.
There you go.
The other thing it would do is Van Zuen's the 5 hitter, so that would leave 6, 7, 8, and 9 in the top of the 7th inning. You hopefully avoid that top of the order.
Mm-hmm.
1-1 on the Moline batter. Ooh, line drive down the first base line.
Yep.
That's going to be good
Fair
for
ball.
at least 1, maybe 2.
Nice throw.
Van Zuden, pretty good speed, slides into second for a double. All right. This is Marcelino. Denali Marcelino.
Third baseman.
Yep, third baseman. She's 0 for 2. Hey, try not to brag about the pitcher.
I'm done.
All right.
Holy
we did
bull.
it again, didn't we? How
A
you
good
like?
throw getter. Nope.
No. That's one you probably could have avoided that throw and keep that runner at first base.
Uh-huh.
Plus, you didn't hit the cutoff. You want to get that ball down, hit the cutoff. So the Maroons tack on another one, 5-3. Runner at second with 2 outs.
Very interesting.
Yeah, usually the rule of play is if you have to move more than 2 steps or 3 steps to your right or left, you're not going to, especially with 2 outs, you're not going to be able to throw out the runner. But is what it is. It's 5-3 now.
Yeah.
Moline trying to make this thing interesting.
It's another one of those situations where she was about midway depth,
Right.
and she knows her arm strength and
Yep.
probably thought she had a shot. But the odds were not with her.
Right. That's a live and learn play.
Yeah.
Ball 1 to Marcelino. Oh, no, excuse me, that's Marcelino at second. Ball 1 to Mulligan. Looks like ball 2 he called.
Yeah, he did call it a ball.
Yep.
Might have been a time during the game where that was a strike too. I don't know.
Hard hit that just drops over the first baseman's head. You don't throw to the plate, you throw over to first baseman, and Molina scored two runs here with 2 outs after the first 2 batters got out. The 3 and 4 hitter, their 5, 6, and 7 hitter have all hit base hits, scoring 2 runs.
The guest announcer is looking worser and worser.
Now it's 5-4.
Yes, it is.
5-4 with
2 out.
2 outs, and Lilleman at the plate for the Maroons.
Is that the pitching coach, Pat?
Running out,
Matty?
it looked like Matty Mackey.
Yeah.
Talking
Okay.
defense.
Oh, there you go. I got it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's pitching coach, but it might be designed to let Wassenhove catch her breath, you know, and let these girls know that that's the tying run at first. Also, like in basketball, calling a timeout to change momentum a little bit. Maroons have scored 2 more here in the 6th after scoring 2 in the 5th. Cut the Lady Leaf lead to 1.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because Wassenhove is getting a little tired, but
Yeah, possibly.
or Moline is just starting to feel their oats about the pitches.
Once again, something great about this game. Last time you played, it was 16-3. Now you got to prove it all over again. Foul back, 0-2 on Lilleman.
Well, Ken Harrelson used to say, let's have this young lady grab some bench.
You know, the last couple hits really haven't been monster hits,
No, well
especially
placed.
the last one.
Well placed.
Notice they've all been to opposite field, too.
Yep.
So, must be staying back a little longer, seeing the ball a little longer. Fouled off. This batter's hanging in there. That's 2 foul balls after the count went 0-2. Lilleman, the Maroon center fielder.
There we go.
And swings through. Looked like a rise ball. Looked a little high, but either that or a high fastball for strike 3 and ending the Maroons' 6th inning. However, the Maroons do score 2 runs, closing the gap to 5-4. Now the Lady Leafs need to tack on some insurance runs.
Yeah, there's something could be said for just getting that leadoff batter on and just start some things happening. And that's where a nice little inning will take care of itself.
Right. Right.
We don't need the home runs or anything. Just put some balls in play and be aggressive.
This is I don't know if they still do it, but I know when I was coaching and you had a lead going into your last at bat, you'd always say, Aflac, need some Aflac. Need some insurance runs.
There you go.
Aflac, quack, quack.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's one of those little things the girls buy into. And so the Lady Leafs will have Hurstman, Falk, and Johnson. That's their 6, 7, and 8 hitter.
Okay.
Anybody gets on? Wassenhove. But the other part of that, like we said earlier, now the Maroons have competence.
They
You
do.
know, they got the momentum a little
Yeah.
bit.
2 runs in the 5th, 2
Yeah.
runs in the 6th.
They had the double play that they turned.
Yeah.
So they're feeling pretty good about things right now. Really need base runners. That's ball 1. Leafs lead here 5-4 in the bottom of the 6th. Nobody out. This is the first batter, Megan Hurstman. 1-0 is the count.
Popped her up.
Pops one up on the infield. Looks like third baseman coming in, makes the catch for out number 1. Third baseman Marcelino with that catch. And that brings up
Leo Falk? Or no?
No, I'm hearing, thought I heard her say Dykstra, Brenda Dykstra, number 2.
Well, that was last night's pitcher.
Yeah. I think that's what I heard the PA announcer. Let's see what this. Yep, Brenda Dykstra is a bat. She is pinch hitting for Leah Falk. I hope they told her that this umpire strike zone is low and a little bit off the plate.
Yeah, because that pitch showed
You got to know, yeah. That's different, leaving the diamond over there. Two and one on the Lady Leaf freshman.
I wasn't told that this is the Sun Field.
No.
I don't even know where the field is.
Sun is out now. That should be a ball high, 3-1.
Well, this is traditionally a good hitter's pitch.
There it is, strike right down the middle. 3-2. Like you said, Dykstra pitched last night for the varsity. In the 7-1 win over the Morrison Phillies. That's off the plate for ball 4. So Dykstra coaxes a walk.
Very nice.
Out of Reyna. So with one out, the Leafs have a runner at first. Dykstra will run for herself, it looks like.
Is this Johnson up?
Yep, and this will be McKenna Johnson.
She's hit the ball.
1 for 1 today with a walk. He called that a strike. But he's been there all day. Might not like it, but it is what it is.
He's called a good game because he's been consistent the whole game.
0-1 on Johnson. Needs some type of base hit or wild pitch, maybe. 1-1.
Buckled her knees a little bit there. She didn't quite know what she was going to do.
Fouls went off. 1-2 on the Lady Leaf second baseman. Leafs lead 5-4 here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
There we go.
2-2 evens the count. Yeah, you're right. That sun is kind of...
Shortstop going in for the shades. Here she comes back out.
Yeah. Don't blame her.
No.
So Jay Lee earlier was just thinking ahead. When she was wearing shades.
If you say so.
Ball 3, full count on Johnson. Oh, get back.
Oh boy.
Safe? Well, we don't want that, that's for sure. Now the question is, 3-2, 1 out. Do you runner?
With 1 out?
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's...
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know
her speed.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to strike them out, throw them out. That just gives them more momentum. But
another thing that we don't know,
Ball
Pat,
4.
is the strength of the catcher's arm.
Correct. Yeah, we really haven't seen any of that yet, have we?
When she throws it back to start the inning, she just throws it to the first baseman on the pitcher's side.
So Johnson coaxes a walk on a full count. Gives the Leafs runners on first and second with 1 out. And Kendall Wassenhove at bat. At least that's, I think, is going to be batting. Did she go to? I would assume she is. I don't know if she went down for that conversation at third base.
Well, you got the Mr. Pettit down there talking to him, so.
Well, they have everybody there. I know every now and then I would, we have one of those meetings, let's say bases are loaded. And my third base coach the last few years was Tom Rusk. And I'd go over, I'd be coaching first base my last year, and I'd go over and I'd point one of the girls, whoever the hitter was, and I said, listen, if she doesn't score, I'm firing Coach Rusk. Obviously, just to kind of lighten the mood, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, with this, first and second, you want to tell them, Bo, you gotta run on the ground. You got to get moving.
That's Kendall at bat.
Yep, and there's ball one. I wouldn't want anything silly on the base paths here because you got a 1-run lead, and you need to score.
No.
Need the insurance. 1-0 on Wasson-Hove, the Leaf pitcher. Oh, that's outstanding.
That is beautiful.
That's outstanding. Everybody's going to be safe. Wasson-Hove hits a 10-foot single. Might not even been that far.
I don't think it was 10 feet, Pat.
No, yeah.
Anyway.
It loads the bases with one out.
Leadoff hitter, huh?
I'll be interested to see if they run for her at first, courtesy runner. But it brings the big thing, it brings up Penny Klein with one out. Her the slap variety too. Boy, you just can't defense that.
No.
I mean, she obviously meant to hit it farther than that, but you can't defense that. With good speed. Are we running? I think I saw somebody come in and run.
At first?
Yeah.
I can't tell, Pat.
We'll see here. See what we get. Yeah, Anderson. Lily Anderson is running at first for Wasson-Hove. Bases loaded. Ground ball to shortstop who throws the plate. There's out number 2 at the plate. Nice play by Kirsten Griffith.
I noticed Klein on that particular pitch
didn't slap.
No, didn't slap at all. She just went for the hit. Or the contact, I suppose.
That's 2 outs. Need a big 2 out here by Remley Dwyer, or a walk even. But bases are loaded. There it is, through the right side to the left fielder. Oh, left fielder bobbles it. Slides into third. Who's that?
Nice.
Penny Klein slid into third.
Yeah.
Once again, play in front of her. She did that on her own. She didn't wait for the coach to say go. But Remley Dwyer comes through with a 2-out, 2-run single.
Now batting, number 15, Lillian.
Scoring McKenna Johnson and Lillian Anderson. Klein moves all the way to third, and Dwyer comes into second on the throw. Oh, there's a hard line drive, hit the right field, but it's caught. That's a nice swing. That's a nice, nice swing for Lillian Brown. But the Leafs do tack on 2 runs. Needed that, making it 7-4. Leading 7-4 over the Maroons after the end of 6 innings. This TV50 broadcast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Inagata DeVita Music, Geneseo Communications, Turpins of Geneseo, Buzzworks Automotive, Eric Henderson of Country Financial, Central Bank, Vandemore Funeral Home, Geneseo Current, Hammond Henry Hospital, Vorak Pharmacy, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Sweet Marie's Ice Cream and the Ugly Duckling, Farmers National Bank, Urban Farmhouse, and Black Sheep Clothier. Please thank our sponsors for their support of this TV50 broadcast. Back here at JFE with cameraman Keith Kennett, our color commentator Chuck Williamson. Did I get the name right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And play-by-play, I'm Coach Pat Mitchell. And we're having actually a really nice game going here.
Yeah, let's put the lid on this thing. And
the Leafs jumped out to a 5-0 lead. However, after the top of the 6th, the Maroons had cut it to 5-4. How in the bottom of the 6th, though, Leafs tacked on 2 more runs, making it 7-4 here in the top of the 7th inning. Wasson-Hove pitching for the Leafs. She's gone the whole way so far. she's got 12 strikeouts to her credit after 6 innings, 2 an inning. That's a pretty good average.
She's given up 2 hits, am I right, Pat?
I believe
Something like
you
that.
are
Or maybe 3. Or maybe 4.
6 hits now.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Yeah, because you had the from the 5th and the 6th inning, you had a couple in each.
It was 2 hits until it wasn't.
2 and 1 on the batter. There's strike 2. I believe this is the 9-hitter for the Maroons. The pitcher, Rena, number 13, if you see it.
Yep. 1 is the first number.
That's what I have. Popped up by Rena on the infield. First baseman
Okay.
Lily Brown yells for it and squeezes it. Well played there. So the leadoff batter is out. It turns the lineup over to the top of the order for the Maroons.
She got that
This is
leadoff hitter
Snelling.
crank one last time she was up on that.
2
right?
out, 2-run double.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Over here to right field.
Yep. Well, it's best to have her up with nobody on base then.
And an out in the books.
Yeah.
Ball low, 1-0. Swung,
Okay.
fouled straight back, 1-1. JV game still going on over there. Get a score on that here real quick. Well, the Lady Leafs, Junior Varsity Leafs lead 6-1 over there in the top of the 7th.
Called that a strike.
So let's
believe.
see if we can pull off a sweep here. All right, back to the varsity game. We've got 1 and 2 on the batter. Does that make it 2 and 2?
I'm silent.
Sometimes it's better that way. I know for me it is.
It's definitely that way for me.
2 and 2 on the Marine leadoff batter. Maroon leadoff batter, and just a little bit high.
That was a nice pitch. Very nice.
Thought she had her.
Yeah.
Yeah, good pitch. So that loads the count. 3 and 2. That's going to be high. Ball
That's
4.
too bad. All right.
So the Maroon dugout staying in it. Good for them. Nicole Carmen, the batter. It's her second at bat of the game, playing left field. I'm showing Picard out in right field now. The DP came in.
I think you're correct.
After Falk was hit 4. Oh and 1 on the batter. Runner at first base is Snelling. There is 1 out. Ball high. Carmen came into this game a couple innings ago, replaced Brooke Young. Foul ball off her foot. Makes it 1 and 2. Sure would like to get her and have Griffith come up and not be the tying run.
Yeah.
Griffith is the Maroon shortstop. She's on deck. There, strike 3. Pick up tempo first. Safe at first. But that is the second out.
That appeared to be one of those close to the outside corner.
Yep. That's been there all day.
It has been there all day.
But, for here it looks questionable. But it's consistent. That's the 13th strikeout for Watson Hove.
Wow, she's had a nice game as far as strikeouts. There we go, ball game.
Ball at the middle, step on second, and that's a ball game. Wow, kind of an uneventful ending right there. But
yeah,
J.Lee Brudos there to scoop up the ground ball, step on second for the third out, and that's a winner for the Lady Leafs. 7-4 over the Moline Lady Maroons.
Always nice to beat the Maroons no matter what the record is.
I would agree. That
moves
moves
victory.
That moves the Leafs to 19-9-1, 9-2 in the conference, heading to Rock Island on Thursday. Any last comments there, Chuck? What do
No,
you think?
because I've been wrong all day, so no more comments.
Well, I can't thank you enough for filling in. I really appreciate it.
Well,
I hope we get to do this again sometime.
I do because I really had a good time, and thanks for the opportunity.
You bet. You bet. So, Lady Leafs winners today, 7-4 over the Lady Maroons. That will end our broadcast. We got our next live broadcast is a week from today, May 12th, versus Sterling. The Goldens, or as our friend would say, are coming to town. On behalf of cameraman Keith Kennett, our color commentator Chuck Williamson, I'm Coach Pat Mitchell. Leafs a winner tonight, 7-4. That'll make the pizza taste good or the supper taste good. So thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you next week.